I let go. Well, I guess we're freaking rocking and rolling. They were getting started right on time. I thought maybe, dude, they're already going. We are rocking and rolling today. Looks like we are live to go on our qualifying session of the Daytona 8 hours. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you are here with me today, this is going to be a fun one here. We've got some really incredible people joining us here on track. We're going to be joining both competitions, both sides of this the competition that we have. You know, you guys, we're going to be running our hypercars, and then we're going to be running our GT3s as well in this multi-class endurance race. So the way that we have our qualifying split up here, you see we got people like Daja, Pum Pum, who's gonna be sassy. We've got Santos, Zach R, Cobra. These people are gonna be competing in our hypercar section of the endurance championship, and we put them all in a qualifying lobby together. They're getting out there right now on track. Everyone's deciding to find their spot, get their pace. You know, I think everyone's getting those tires warmed up, just trying to, you know, catch their groove. Some of these people, these are the first laps they're dropping of the day. You know, about halfway through the event, which now it's a 90-minute event. It was a 60. It got changed over to a 90-minute event. So probably about halfway through, I want to say about 30 or 45 minutes in. Once the times have kind of locked in a little bit, we'll jump on over with the GT3 guys, and we'll go see what they're doing over there and see if maybe we can't catch up on with some of the drivers and see how they're feeling through this qualifying session. So coming out of the first out lap, looks like Santos is just going to get started as the race host, the lobby host. He's going to be able to jump in first and get that first shot out of the pits to be able to put down, throw down a good lap, you know, on this fresh track. We've got no rubber out, nothing's happening yet. I'm super excited to see what he can maybe throw down. Art Vandalay, thank you so much for joining in chat. V Chris, thanks for joining as well, brother. Good to see everybody here and joining in for the broadcast as well. Hopefully we can see some good action coming out of the qualifying session and seeing some good competition coming out. Seeing some times really be, you know, nicked at, you know, over a while with some of these events. What happens? Oh, so we got Dodger right now. He seems to be letting by some of the faster drivers, maybe. I don't know exactly what's happening here. Because of the nature of this endurance race, you know, we're going to have a lobby today that's going to be a mix of both our faster and our slower drivers available to the, you know, faster mix here, the hypercars. Looks like Dash is just trying to kind of feel his pace. We've got an hour and a half to complete this today, guys, so I don't think some of these people are too worried about really jumping in and nailing down their fastest time off the rip. Like, I think that some of these people, they know that they got some time that they can play with. I'm really curious to see how this hypercar section of our endurance really plays out, especially since we had the whole mix-up. Anybody that doesn't know, we had big patch. There's a big balancing patch that happened with all of the cars over the past 2 days, and there was a huge issue regarding some of the hypercars that you see here, like the LMP cars, and I guess that there's an issue regarding the battery on them. So there's a battery that allows you to, it changes basically the way the car drives, and it allows you to get extra speed and more acceleration. It changes how each of the car feels. Well, I think that the update broke some of the way that the batteries are actually working and recharging in some of the vehicles. I don't think necessarily the way it works, but the way it recharges, which is vital to an endurance race like this. So you've got a scenario where we had half of the people that chose vehicles were in vehicles that were technically broken. So the administration team and the race crew came together, and we decided that for the race, for the endurance race, sadly, we're going to have to put everybody into a singular vehicle that nobody chose. So the vehicle that nobody had chosen for the hypercar position was going to be the Peugeot 98. So now we've got everybody going to be driving in that Peugeot for this competition. That also means that nobody has a livery ready, and we're going to see a lot of brand new liveries coming out, a lot of things people have kind of just thrown together off the cuff. I know that Cobra was coming through last night just telling our boy Crack Canoe back here, their teammates, He says, hey, I've got a livery. It's finished. It'll be good for tomorrow. So we can see here they got their Invincible livery ready to go for the Peugeot. Rocking the 21. Love to see it. That blue, black with the yellow stripes is iconic for Cobra. You know, Canoe and Cobra were speaking with me about this. And yeah, I think when Cobra brought up the idea of using the Invincible livery, it was a no-brainer for them. It was just instantly, and they had it set up for the other car. So then to bring it over here as well, this is it's going to be perfect for this endurance event. You got Safi rolling up in a beautiful looking livery as well. I don't know if this is the default style livery because it's got a lot of our stuff all over it. You got the Goodyear stickers on the side, our hypercar stickers, running the number 93 it looks like. Very, very clean. Cap Gemini. Total Energies. We got Spacey GT following them up right behind. Looks like Spacey GT right now is in the number 1 position, dropping the 34.5. Definitely an absolutely blisteringly speed next to Cobra, who is also just absolutely punching out. Amazing pace off the rip. I just don't think that he is messing around at all in this event. I think I had spoken with Cobra in the past, and he said, I'm coming to win. He is destined and set to win this event, especially after, you know, some of the events and things that have happened in the past. Cobra hasn't necessarily had the time to get in front of our endurance events and get out there to win them. He's been pretty busy, so it'd be really nice to see him show up and get out here on track with guys like freaking Zach R here. We got right in front of him, popping them a 34.9 to start off our qualifying event here. Absolutely just blistering pace. These guys are going to be totally competitors once we get into this race. We got Zach R and Spacey GT right here. They're going to be just totally up Crack Canoe and Cobra's butt the entire time. These two are going to be teams that we focus on throughout this event. Sure, Kane, so good to see you. Says, will Cobra sandbag to avoid T1 chaos? Haha, I don't know. We'll have to see come the race, right? Rita, good to see you. Mo is in the building. Good to see you, Mo. Thanks for streaming this, Shuck, at work right now, and it's boring AF. Sure, Kane, no problem, brother. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hopefully I can do justice for the qualifying session here for these guys. Good call from the admins. Yeah, I agree, Chris. You know, it's funny because I haven't been too involved with this endurance process so far. You know, I was really hoping to just kind of like race it myself if I was going to be available. Sadly, that wasn't going to happen for me. So, but when I did find out I was going to be available, I thought in a heartbeat, oh man, let me get out there, let me broadcast it, let me commentate it for you guys. And but that means I haven't been too privy to any of the details of this race. When this situation came across my desk, it was like a no-brainer. It's just like, it was instantly like, oh, what car did no one pick? The Peugeot? Okay, just throw everyone in that one. Because the reality is like, yeah, we could have chosen this car or that based on things working or not, but I feel like this is the best solution that was going to work for the event. It's just really crappy situation to see this happen right before one of our long-time planned events like this. I don't think anybody could have, you know, knew that was going to happen. And I'm sure we're not the only club in that situation. I'm sure there's other clubs that had large events planned for this weekend that maybe kind of got thrown for the loop as well. But this is the default real-life livery, says Mo. Okay, so it looks like some of these guys haven't really nailed down on their livery yet. I think that they're just starting to run some of the default stuff, and I think that they'll be probably throwing on some custom liveries as time goes on. We've got a pit stop from Dasha here, going from the softs. Let's see what he ends up going on to, as Cracked is on as well. Yeah, I don't know if he's coming in or he's going out right now. Dasha come out onto the softs, fresh softs maybe? Cracked Canoe's coming in as well. I don't know if they're going to be looking to replace their tire. I guess so. Like, the tires are getting replaced. I can't see gas level. I don't think he's taking any gas either. It looks like he's just going to take some fresh softs. We might see Cracked push for a fast lap this early in the session. That would be really good to see him try to push into these 34s. Honestly, I think it's totally something we could see out of Cracked with just a 35.4 this early in the session. We could totally see him pushing it down like that. I highly believe Sassy and Raiden will be in front row today after average time, says Mo. Yeah, you know, I think that we're going to see a lot of really competitive teams show up today. I think that there is a lot of people. Ooh, 1 second penalty coming out of Spacey here. We got a lot of people that are really going to be showing up, and we got a lot of teams that they've been really practicing together to improve each other's pace. Maybe not necessarily at the qualifying level, but maybe they're trying to improve each other's pace at the race level, and being able to work with their teammates to improve on overtakes or defending the proper line, or maybe, you know, focusing on strategy, making sure that, you know, they've got proper strategy across the entirety of the event and not necessarily for just a certain stint. You know, I think that we're going to see a lot of things get shaken up here. I think the endurance event that we had at Nürburgring was a huge testament to that. When you have such a large event in scope with so many teams and so many people, you end up in scenarios where you can really throw things for a loop. You know, you have people that can really show up and do things, you know, different than how they normally would. My son. You're doing an awesome job, mate. Very good commentary. Thanks for streaming. Good to see you. V. Chris, thank you very much, man. Thanks for tuning in yourself, brother. Like I said, it should be good. Should be good to be able to jump out here and at least show what's going on. Chip with the blistering time, 34.196. Jesus Christ. Are we going to see some guys pushing into the 33s right now? I feel like this is totally something that could be a possibility. Absolutely nailing the bus stop, dude. Dude, Chip is just on a roll. We look over here at these freaking times you see right up here. 34.196, 34.749. Just immediately jumping right into it. He is just not messing around at all. As well as Cobra. Look at these times. Look at these times right now. This guy's an absolute beast. He's just popped 3 laps, 34.5 and under. And he's just pushing for it now. Let's see where he's at coming out of here. Oh, he's down right now, down on his current lap. We'll have to see where Cobra ends up pacing up at. Spacey GT really getting onto this next lap right here. Let's see if we can't push something good out of this first sector. I don't know exactly how that entrance into the T1 went for him, but you can see by his times over here on the right, you know, it seems like he's struggling to try to get into those 34s like he needs to. He popped that really good 34.5, and then it looks like he's been kind of struggling to get back down into that. I don't know if we're going to see a warm-up lap here. I don't think that this is going to be an incredible pace so far, from what I could see. No, down by half a second right now. We'll have to rejoin Spacey in a little bit and see what's going on here. Cobra and Chip look like they both jumped in. Didn't look like either of them were on any good serious lap, so it'd be good to see if they can come out on some fresher tires maybe and push something a little bit more competitive. Zach R on the out lap right now. Got a couple guys pushing for some serious stuff. Raiden looked like he's fishing on some fresh tires before he drops into the low 20% fuel. Tan Pum Pum has astounding pace. Waiting for him to put the lap together. He's a real speed demon, just as Cobra. These guys are no joke. I completely agree with you, man. Really sad that you couldn't be a part of the session as well. Obviously, things do happen. But, yeah, man. Spacey GT, Max, Sassy. We're going to see these guys really push themselves today. I think having the elongated event like this is really going to throw things for a loop. You know, I think that when we go to leave to go check out the GT3 class, go see what they're kind of working on, I'd be really surprised if we don't come back to some seriously shaking up standings with some of these guys over here putting in some work. Y'all don't mind, I'll be right back one moment. What is this? I come back, the chip is just sitting in the freaking infield. Oh my lord. I don't know if he brought out the new tires or something and slipped and spun. I don't know what happened there. It's unbelievable stuff. Oh, dude, really stinks to see out of him. What's that? What we got going on in chat here? He says, B. Chris says, mate, imagine these tiny windows with VR. We would see nothing. Yeah, I know. I completely agree. Trust me. It'd be a whole different experience like this the whole time. It's not as fun. Let's just be honest. It's definitely a lot more fun to be able to do the streaming when you're in flat screen. So it looks like a lot of these guys are maybe taking a break, taking a breather. They came out strong first couple 8 to 10 laps. Seems like some of these guys just came out literally blistering pace, trying to push it as hard as possible. Chip with the 34.19, look like he's backed off. Cobra right now with the 34.23. I don't know what kind of lap he's on right now. Yo, wait, what is he pushing right now? 31, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh! Wow, barely almost beating Chip there with the 2:17, posting a new fastest lap for himself. Absolutely crazy stuff from Cobra. I had a feeling something was going on there. I said, man, these lap times, they're not making any sense to me right now. Cobra dropping the freaking blistering lap, and it looks like Crack Canoe, his teammate, drops in right behind it and posts a brand new lap himself with the 34.216 apparently. 35.216, sorry. Oh no, wait, where is he? 35.473. Sorry. I seen it in the chat. What a crazy time out of both these guys, really pushing themselves to get up on the leaderboard. That is going to be a team to watch out for sure. What a lap from Santos, so close. Yeah, Santos, wow, just popping the 34.303. Wish I could have seen that one. Oh, what an unbelievable lap from him. Man, all these guys. Looks like Nooney just put in his new fastest lap too, the 34.428. Looks like he just dropped that lap and decides to come into the pits. I don't know if he's just grabbing a little bit more fuel with those tires or what, but definitely a must need. Did you guys see that? What the hell was that? Crazy stuff. Yeah, Poom Nooney in the pits right now. Let's see what either of them do. So you got 16-16, both on the softs. I think they're both replacing tires. Neither of them took gas. Maybe Pum takes gas. No, wow, and neither of them took gas. So they're both going to come out of here with absolutely no gas. Basically just one lap left on these. Ready to go for the fresh softs. I'm really curious to see some of these guys a little bit lower down right now that have the pace in them ready to go. I know that they can push out these higher numbers. Guys like Safi, some guy Raiden. These guys, I know that they can push into the low 34s. I'm curious to see if we see that happen in the first hour. Geez, Nooney and Santos are so close together. Yeah, these guys have absolutely been just working together like a straight team. I know that Nooney Santos, this is like an iconic duo at this point. They're both right now rocking the all black. Gotta get the all black out here. Gonna show up in the all black. I think that they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. I think that they're just both really consistent players, and Santos is a really good teacher, so being able to allow Santos to work with somebody like Nooney that's a really good learner, it allows them to really push themselves up in this kind of space. Wow, tons of new records just getting posted here. We could just see from everybody across the board. I wonder if I can, wait. Oh, here we go. Some guy with the new record, Spacey GT, dropping the new record of the 34.155, taking the top. Unbelievable on the lap 12 of the session. Dude, we are like freaking 30 minutes into it or whatever, 20 minutes in, and he takes a new fastest lap of the session. Just crazy stuff. My wife's like, can I check out your stream? Yeah, let me hook you up. Dude, Spacey GT, absolutely blistering. Oh, hey, Kayla Damage. Cobra just a little bit behind. I think that what we'll see right now, you can tell by his lap times over here. Oh, look at this. He's on the fastest lap right now, 0.15 up. Yeah, I think that 0.15 up could technically push him into the fastest lap of the race. If he can continue on this lap, we'll have to see if Cobra can nail this bus stop section continuing on. He's continuing with the 0.16 now. He's gained even more. Absolutely sending it through the bus stop. Will he be able to keep up his speed coming out of it? Zach R pops the 33.9. Some guy with the 34.1. Can Cobra come up right now? Can he pop the 33? Can he go faster than 33.98? I think that he may really have it right here. Oh my gosh, he could not do it. They're so close. It's unbelievable right now. Cobra just a mere 0.082 seconds off of Zach R. Some guy just a mere, wow, Chip! Chip! Oh my god, Chip coming in blisteringly new fast. 33.942, putting up a whole half a tenth ahead of Zach R for the qualifying pace. What in the hell is going on there? Crazy stuff. I can't even pay attention to lower on the lobby. I'm sorry for all you guys down here right now. What an absolutely crazy lap out of fucking Chip. Man, just busting out a crazy time. I really would be pressed to see if Zach and Cobra don't really push themselves to try to pass that lap by Chip up. Cobra right now on another fastest lap. He is pushing himself. He is pushing to try to get to that fastest time. He is not going to end this qualifying session with anything other than first place under his belt. We'll tune back in here in a second. Nailed the bus stop. We'll have to see where he ends up that lap on. Zach R was not able to, improve on that lap after the last one. Looks like Chip. These guys have got that bus stop nailed down. It's going to really be helpful during the race, man. Let's see what Cobra ends up this lap as. Oh my god, he improves his time again, but he is not able to push ahead anywhere further in the grid. It looks like he's pretty much stuck at that 34. That's like a hard point for him to really get past right now. Zach R and Chip just absolutely destroying that barrier. I think that we might be able to see some guys like Spacey and Santos also break through that barrier as well, given a little bit more time and nuance with the track. I know that in this hypercar lobby especially, we're going to see a lot of these guys that are just jumping into this Peugeot, and to be frank, this might be some of the most time they've had in the car thus far. We basically just told them a mere 48 hours ago that they're going to have to be swapping to this vehicle for this event. So, to be able to tell them like, hey, you need to jump in and now post your qualifying lap, I think that we're going to see a lot of improvement over the course of the hour and a half. That's why we're going to start here, and then we're going to return here as well with the GT3 in the middle. I believe that the GT3 group will tune in somewhere in the middle of the thing, and wherever their grid positions are, I have a feeling that is where it's pretty much going to lie for the rest of the qualifying event. The GT3s, we didn't see a lot of changes. While there was some, we aren't, it isn't mandatory for anybody to be changing their vehicles in the GT3. Actually, we didn't allow anybody to change their vehicle in GT3. So a lot of these cars are still very much the same, and I'm sure that we won't see as much variance as we will in this lobby. Like here with Cobra popping another fastest lap into the second spot now, just bailing through T1, doesn't even care. I think he's just happy that he could get into that second position, was able to nail himself that kind of time, the 33.9, pushing down into the lower times. I think that, like I said, it's going to be a large goal for some of these guys today to get themselves into that 33 mark. I think that that's really going to signify their position in their group overall when it comes to their qualifying position. Thanks everyone for tuning in, man. It's a lot of fun to have everyone here for this, and I know that some of y'all, should be qualifying and you're sadly unavailable. Maybe you're watching instead or whatever it may be. I thank you. Pump on a fastest lap right here. He's 0.3 up right now. That would put him technically closer to that 34 flat time if he can nail this down. Let's watch the rest of this lap out of Pump and see what happens. He's pushing it. He was at that 0.3 down. Pump able to improve his time, drop to a top 5 starting position from what it looks like. Well, I guess not starting position, but top 5 qualifying time. Really, definitely trying to nail down closer to that 34 flat. You could tell coming out of him right now. I'm curious to see what Cobra does. This looks like he's picking up the fresh soft tires. Curious to see how much gas he ends up taking. If he's going to go for a couple laps here, or if he's... Wow, literally just took 2 laps worth of fuel just about. He is really just going to get back out there and pop another qualifying style lap. Looks like Chip popping the 38. I think that Chip's trying to just find his groove again after that blistering fast pace. He needs to just really cool down, get that adrenaline to wear off so that he can get back out there and drop another really good lap. Zach maybe same exact position. I don't know if they're maybe just like in a chill mode, trying to just kind of hold out for maybe a little bit later in the qualifying laps. You've seen a lot of penalties come out of some of these guys over the last couple laps from what I'm seeing. I think that we're seeing a lot of sloppiness. Crack Canoe here, 4 penalties over the past 4 laps. And then he pops his fastest lap in between it. It looks like Crack Canoe is really trying to push himself here. I don't know exactly what he's trying to do in the pits. It seems like he might be taking an AFK or something. Currently, nothing's happening. I'd be curious to see where Crack Canoe's next step after this is. Because for him to pop a fastest lap right now with the 4 penalties in between it, he must be struggling for that next extra couple seconds. He must be right up near his optimal time. Whereas you got somebody like Chip, I wouldn't be damned if this guy doesn't start pushing even faster and faster, along with Cobra. Cobra coming into T1. Let's see where he nails out this first sector, if he comes up or down on it. Chip right behind him. Here we go, coming out of T2. Cobra is a 0.175 up right now on the fastest time. We're going to have to keep an eye on this because Chip is right behind him as well. Oh, and he is down on his current fastest lap. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on Cobra as we come through this. It looks like Zach isn't really pushing for this lap anyways right now. And some of these other guys are kind of just trying to find their pace again. Let's keep an eye on Cobra here as we come through the end of this lap. Wow, he lost a lot of pace in that second sector. I don't know what happened there to him, but lost over 4/10. Unbelievable stuff. There must have been a huge mistake that occurred. Braden coming out with a 35. I don't know if he's trying to find his pace again with a 34.8. I think he's kind of trying to nail it back down, trying to get back into those 34s, find himself in the low 34s at the least. And if he can find himself where he was nailing about 10 laps ago, he could put himself into a higher position for sure on the grid. I could see him maybe pushing into a top 5 position for sure. Crack Canoe coming out. Looks like he's on that out lap after what was happening in the pits. Not necessarily sure exactly what he's taking in regards of tires and fuel and everything. We'll have to keep an eye on Crack over the next couple laps to see if he can nail down something a little bit faster, trying to find a little bit more pace where he can. Looks like Cobra ended up popping the 36.39 or 36 on that. Definitely not the fastest by any means. I don't know exactly what happened there to him. Chip seems like he's trying to push for that faster lap. He's popped 2 34s in a row. He's really trying to get that extra little 10th. Oh my God, he's currently on one right now. Let's see if we can't hold on. I think this second sector was where Cobra lost a lot of his time. So let's see if we can't stay tuned in with Chip here and see if he can't pull out that extra couple little tenths of a second that he needs to get ahead of Cobra and really gain the lead here. Coming out of turn 6, he's on the fucking Professor Purple times. Crazy shit. Chip could really nail it down here. He could take it for the fastest lap of the qualifying session currently. Pushing himself even more than he is. Unbelievable stuff. He's still purple. He's still purple. Clean bus stop. An absolutely clean bus stop out of some guy. Some guy dropping the fastest time right now, 33.899, just destroying Chip by over 0.05 of a second. But Chip is currently on a fastest lap right now as we speak. He is literally taking every minute, every meter he can that he out of this track. Oh my gosh, only to lose it by 0.007 of a second to some guy. Unbelievable lap out of Chip though. Crazy pace. He was literally trying to gain every meter possible on his time there when it came to posting that lap. Wow, look at Chip with the burnout coming out of T2. He says, I'll take a break for a second. Actually crazy stuff. Great racing out of those two guys. It looks like they're both going to take a little chill for a little chill pill, right? Santos with the penalty. It looks like Santos has actually picked up quite a few penalties over the past couple laps. Wondering if he's struggling to find the line that he needs to get the pace. Safi, 2 penalties over the last 2 laps as well. Popped to 55. I don't know if we've seen a crash or if that was a pit stop out of Safi here, but looks like he's struggling to really get into those 35s. He had the 134.7, but it's really like it's a struggle to get back into the low 35s like he really needs. Crack Canoe, this is on those fresh tires. Is that fresh come out that we saw. He was on that little break, that little AFK before coming out the pits. So this might be one of his fast slaps of this qualifying session that he's popping right here. Coming out of the bus stop, it looks like he's going to pop a 0.13 faster than he's currently got right now. We'll have to tune back into Crack to see if he can't get something a little bit faster, push himself up into the ratings, maybe up to 11. B's popping some good consistent stuff here. Here we go, Crack Canoe coming over the line. Oh, he was not able to improve his time. It looks like coming through that last section there, he was not able to get the right line to really shave that time off like he needed. Let's tune back in with some of these guys up here at the top before we decide to hop over into the other lobby. Some guys just really throwing down. Let's see coming out of turn 6 if he's got the pace in this sector. He's not. He's down currently from what it looks like, and we'll keep an eye on Chip and Cobra here. Cobra down as well. This may be a good point for us to kind of tune over and see what some of the other guys are doing in the other lobby. Chip down as well. Wow, these guys are so close right now. Zach R coming out of the bus stop down as well. These guys, it looks like these times right now that they have nailed down, these may be with us for a little bit. I think it's time that we take a break and we head on over to the GT3 lobby. Go check out what some of these other guys are doing over there. These hypercar racers have unbelievable pace. It is just crazy. We'll be tuning back in with them shortly to see what they end up throwing more down. Let's go grab that lobby code so we can head back on over to the other lobby right now. If I can find it. Mo, thank you for keeping that catalog there for us. Fresh fire, yes. Dude, absolutely crazy pace. I would not even be competing with them in this. What's up, Klaus? Hey, not right now, bud. Hey, you need to go see Mama. Not right now. I know. He's like, yo, I want to chill, dude. I want to chill. Oh, look, there's one open slot. Wow. I'll be right back, yo. And I'll be right back. Okay, freaking back at it, dudes. Let's go over here. Let's check this out. What are we looking? Let's get the race info pulled up. Okay, where are we at? Oh, it's going to take a second for these times to kick back in, get all these fastest laps up on the board for everybody. Because, actually, I don't think these are going to be accurate at all since I joined so late. We'll have to wait a second and see if maybe the times get a little updated. Seems like Shade's popping the #1 time right now out of the GT3 lobby with a 46.96, just so much faster than everyone else. We must definitely be missing some times out of this lobby. APOC with the 47.053 coming in with the second place right now. These are very drastically different times. I think that we're missing something for sure. I think that the fact that we joined in late, yeah, we got times popping in right now. We'll kind of discuss the lobby and we'll kind of go through all the guys before we really nail down on some of these times. I think that we might see some improvements and not throughout all these. This seems really weird right now. We have a full lobby though, so we'll go about discussing everybody anyways. No reason not to. So it looks like Mo right now says Hypercar standings is Zach and Spacey right now. #1, Some Guy and Daja for #2, Sassy and Raiden #3, Santos and Nooney 4, Cobra and Canoe 5, Safi and B6. How's Chip's time going to be calculated with us teammate? So Chip's teammate's actually going to be calculated on a different time. We have a third party that's going to be hosting a lobby and getting the qualifying time out of that person since they won't be available for this qualifying session. They gave us enough heads up. So we're actually going to be hosting qualifying lobbies for like 2 or 3 different people if I'm correct, so that we can make sure to get their proper qualifying times before we head into this actual race. We've got some crazy good teams in this GT3 lobby as well. I think that we're going to see guys like APOC, We Went Car Racing, and Audrey. This team in general is going to be a blisteringly fast team to mess with. And then you've got others like, or no, what? No, it's Zebra. Zebra, We Went Car Racing, and Audrey. That's what it is. And then I think it's APOC and... Oh no, maybe it's APOC and Audrey? Oh gosh, my teams are messed up. I've got my teams messed up. Shade, look at that. See, here we go. We're popping new times already. This is how I know that the lobby was messed up. Shade's popping the 46.743 or 741 right now, keeping himself at the top of the lobby from what it looks like. I think APOC, Galahad, Fang, these guys are all popping amazing times as well. Looks like they're all really close in pace for the most part, all within that 47, that low 47s. I would not doubt to see them over the next 30 minutes all push up a little bit closer in pace. Audrey really showing up. Audrey's a new member here in the racing club, really just been racing with us for a matter of a couple of months, and she has been showing up, absolutely throwing down the times. Looks like right now, so far in this lobby, she's got the 47.9, so I do not doubt us seeing her pushing into the low 47s as we come into some of these laps a little bit farther on. Fang, an absolutely crazy racer. I've had some of the most unbelievable races with Fang right now. He's coming through the bus stop section. Let's see where he's at on the current lap coming out of this. Right now, currently with the 47.56, and he's pretty much on pace with his current lap. If he could end up this final sector a little bit faster, he might be able to beat his current time that he has on the board. Galahad in the pits. Looks like 15 fuel with the softs. Not changing tires. Maybe he's just taking a break for a minute. APOC throwing down. Fang was on the mediums. Looks like was running his fuel down to nothing. I would be surprised if he doesn't go with softs and just a touch of fuel right here. Maybe bring him up to just bring up a couple laps so he can pop a good qualifying lap. Looks like Shade is currently starting a lap. Yes, he is. Let's see if I can switch mine. I like this view. Shade starting a lap right now. Looks like Sauce is right ahead of him. I don't know if he's like going to be getting in the way or anything. We'll have to watch Shade coming through the sector 1 to see where he's at on his time for the lap. Simply Lovely dropping another new time as well as Bonesetter. We'll go tune in with them as well. Bonesetter coming through turn 2 right now. Looks like he's driving in the Porsche. Not doing too well on the current lap that he's on, but he did just set that new fastest lap to 47.552 that I noticed. Oh, not able to keep it together on turn 5 there. Simply Lovely dropping that 47.9. Not bad, not bad. Looks like seeing continuous improvements over the last couple laps, so we might be able to see Simply Lovely pop something really much faster over the next couple as we move forward. Here we go, Cameron in the pits right now. A lot of these guys, they haven't had much time on the track since I joined the lobby. We're not seeing many of their previous lap times currently. Gerb's coming out with the 150. Zebra with the 151 right now. I could have sworn he had a lot faster time. Mick seems to be parked on the side of the road. I don't know if she's taking a break or something for the time being. Shade with some crazy pace compared to this lobby. This is just some unbelievable stuff. APOC on that outlap right now. We're going to see what he can't push. See if he can't get himself much higher up on the board. Galahad on the outlap as well. Seems like there's a little bit of lag in this lobby. Maybe it's just my client. I hope it's not for the entire lobby. I'm glad they're not racing each other at least. Definitely seems like there's some kind of skittering. SS67 UK, thanks for hopping in, man, for the stream. Sauce, here we go. Coming around towards the bus stop right now. Who's he got in front of him? 1 second down on his current fastest time, though. Looks like he might be struggling in the infield, maybe. There we go. Nice clean bus stop coming out of it. Still 1 second down, though. Seems like he lost a lot of time earlier on in the lap. This AMG seems like it's a very popular car coming into this GT3 class. I think that a lot of people assumed that because of the straightaways here, this would be a really strong vehicle. There's a lot of long straights. Really use the power available to the AMG. Simply Lovely. Not able to keep it together through that bus stop there. Having a rough time, it seems like, keeping it on the course. Bonesetter trying to stay consistent. See if we can't see him throw down a couple good laps over the next couple. See what APOC can't do here. Oh, losing a little bit of time. Looks like he's got 2 times right at that 47 mark. I wouldn't be surprised to see him push into the 46s for sure. Maybe not with a T1 like that. Shade's definitely taking this group by surprise and is absolutely dominating these times. This is crazy stuff. Really is 3/10 ahead of second place APOC, who is then again 3/10 ahead of the third place Galahad. I think over the next 15 to 30 minutes, this is going to be the group that really improves the most. I'd like to see some of these racers here at the bottom really try to throw down and put in some good times. And, you know, we got some people sitting on the side of the road right now like Mick. I'd like to see her really push herself into getting into these 48s. I think we could see her do that no problem. Mo says spectating's a bit more laggy compared to racing, at least in my experience. Yes, it can be. Sometimes it definitely can be. I agree with that. Mick back into the pits. Looks like maybe taking a break, a little AFK action. Gerb's coming out onto his main lap as he's in the vet right now. He was able to drop a 1.2 off of his time, drop down into 11th place. It's not bad for Gerbs. That's a good improvement over his last lap. I'd like to see what some of these other guys can do. Understeer also coming in, and Fang as well coming in, dropping in a hella good better lap. The 47.448 really puts him a lot closer to where he needs to be for this lobby. Bonesetter is coming into the pits right now. I'd like to see what he goes about doing. Is he going to do a tire swap with maybe just a little bit of fuel? Or he's going AFK? Maybe we went car racing. Is this what he's going to do as well? Are we going to see a little bit of fuel with some fresh tires? Shade on 0 fuel. Crazy stuff. Don't know if he's AFK as well. Oh, nope. Shade is going for it, taking the fresh tires. Let's see how much fuel he goes for. We went car racing's filling up on fuel. 2 went with 22. Shade went with 25. So these guys are going for their push laps right now. We'll have to keep an eye on. We went car racing and with Shade. We'll have to see where they end up and what kind of laps they can throw down with the setup they just took. Considering S1 weather at the last 20 minutes, could this mean most of the fastest times happen at that time? Not necessarily. I think the weather can cause times to be faster or slower, but I don't necessarily think that having the S1 is going to be any faster, because then you end up with different scenarios. Like if the track becomes too hot, then your tires could slip more, etc. Like there's other factors and scenarios that happen. So I think that we're going to see times improve throughout the day based purely on the factor of people just getting better with their cars and more familiar with the track. We want to watch Zebra for a lap. Let's zoom into Zebra. Zebra seems like he's in the pits right now. You know, I'll keep an eye on Zebra, and when he comes out of the pits, we'll be able to go over there and check him out. We had Shade, right? Shade was on his out lap, as well as we went car racing. They're both on their out lap right now, coming around to see if they can't post up a new fastest time. We'll tune back into Zebra when he comes out. Big snapping, yep. Shade, here we go, coming around. Really, it looks like turn 1 through 3, these, not turn 1, sector 1 through 3. The infield is going to be a very vital sector for them. Shade right behind We Went Car Racing as we enter the infield section. Is this going to become a factor? We've got a car coming out of the pits right now, especially. Simply Lovely. Are they going to be getting in the way here of Shade? I don't know if he's able to make the turn like he wanted. He's not. He had to bail out. Oh, it really stinks to see. He was just on a fresh lap with the fresh tires and the low fuel. Looks like he might just be kind of waiting, and he might just go for that second lap, a good fresh second lap. I don't know what's going on here in the infield. These guys, I think people are kind of figure out, you know, oh, I'm on a warm-up lap, I'm on a push lap, I'm not. It seems like you've got the majority of the field not really doing much, and then you've got a couple people doing push laps, so then you've got them like working around the others to try to get their push laps done with. Don't know what's going on with Zebra, but definitely... Oh, Mick seemed to came out of the pits now on the out lap. Oh, having a rough time getting out of the pits. I think Shade here is getting a little frustrated, trying to figure out, I need space. Wow, APOC! APOC dropping the crazy time, the 46.687. That's exactly what I was looking for. I know I don't have the most up-to-date times here because I'm missing like the whole beginning of the race. I don't know if people had faster times maybe previous. I think that's what's happening with Zebra here. I think Zebra probably has a significantly faster time that he's not doing. That he's just not racing anymore for. Maybe Mick as well. APOC with the 46.687, though, is an absolutely crazy time for this lobby. I think Shade, we're really going to see him try to push down on this. He's not going to be able to do this. What the hell was that? What the heck is going on there? Did you guys just see that? What the? Gotta see this mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Okay, all done. My bad, I'm back. Okay. Let's see here. Hello, mini shark. Wow. Okay, so we've been seeing the times improve even more. Holy crap. Wait, was that just a 46.686 out of shade right as I came back? Literally 0.001 faster than APOC? Did he really just do that? What? You're joking me, right? Holy crap, Shade. Absolutely putting APOC in the dirt. And he's on the new fastest lap right now. Zebra's still in the freaking pits, by the way. Sorry about that. Dude, I'm not tuning out of Shade right now. Is he about to beat his fastest lap again? Let's see if he can keep the time coming out of the infield. We're going to tune out of him. APOC, he's not going to be able to improve his time here. No. Yeah. We went car racing. I think he's ahead of Shade right now. Sauce is right behind him. Oh no, here we go. He's right on Sauce. Let's see, coming out of the bus stop. Oh my God, is that a penalty right there? Was he able to keep it in bounds? Oh, he was not. Oh, that was the purple time. That was the time of the lobby. I seen it. Where's your headphones? Yeah, where'd they go? Yeah, where's your headphones? And wait. Here, one sec, guys. Shade was not able to improve it. APOC is on an out lap right now. Did he grab new tires or something? Wonder what's going on there. Here we go. Let's see if some people are on some good laps right now. Fang coming around. Is this going to be starting a good lap? Is this what's going on? He's not on an out lap right now. 47. That was a faster lap for him, technically. We might see minor improvements like this throughout the session. Wow, Zebra. Mick is gone out of the lobby. I just realized Mick is no longer in the session. Oh, Zebra's coming out of the pits. Here we go. We'll stay tuned in for a minute. We'll stay tuned in for a second. You know, we'll watch his out lap and we'll watch his first lap. We'll keep an eye on him. Thanks everyone for tuning in again. If you're here and you don't know what this is, we're the freaking racing club. We do Gran Turismo 7 races scheduled weekly. We have a dope Discord community. Make sure you guys check us out, discord.gg/theracingclub. Yeah, here we go. Zebra coming out onto his out lap. See if he can't push a faster time than this 51.6 that it currently has. I think I could see Zebra pushing into the 46s. I think that he has the pace to do this, especially in the Ford GT. Zebra for pole. Let's do this. We got the freaking setup. He's racing right now. Got the custom livery for their Ford GT. They were telling me how they decided on this one. Mick, Zebra, and we went car racing. Be really excited to see if Zebra can't nail down a good lap. It would really help solidify their team in the standings come race day. We went car racing and Mick being able to get some decent times and then Zebra putting down a really fast time would be critical in them being in a top half of the grid finish or starting. Here we go, getting a good clean T1. Looks like he's getting a good exit out of T1 and go a little run up onto T2. We're gonna see coming out of T2 where he's gonna nail on his current time. Currently has the 51.6. His delta is 0.1 up right now. We could see him definitely continue to push. I think a lot of the time that he has to gain on his lap is actually in the majority of the other sections, because it looks like he's had pretty good pace here so far. So to only gain the 0.1, be super curious to see what sections he can end up pulling off a little bit more pace. Great coming out of T6, was able to hook up on it. Still 0.1. He had pretty good pace. It looks like the infield he always had a pretty good line and a pretty good setup for. Let's see coming through this bus stop if he can nail it. This is going to be probably one of the most difficult sections of the track racing here this next weekend. Right here, third down, turn the car in on and out. That's got to be an improvement over his last time, and it is. He is 0.15 up currently. Real good stuff. Definitely going to cross over the line here with an improvement. Or at least I hope so, because he has been up so far on his time. There we go. Zebra popping the 48.27, putting himself into 10th place off the rip. What great stuff right there. We're going to continue to see if Zebra can't push out some stronger laps. It's good stuff out of him. We went Car Racing coming in with the fresh pit. Sauce coming in fresh pit. Bone Setter, Audrey all coming in, trying to get those fresh tires, get that fresh fuel, see if they can't get out here into getting themselves onto a faster lap. Understeer popping 2 fastest laps back to back for himself. Great stuff, honestly. Why didn't I lose my lap times? Oh, because it's based on how long they've been out. That's so weird. Like, I don't have any lap times for Shade. What happened? That's so weird. Yeah, you know, we actually ended up changing that qualifying time from 60 to 90 minutes, but we did that in turn for the GT1 guys. In reality, I think it's actually going to help the GT3 guys a lot. I think a lot of these guys that race in the GT3 class, they're at this situation where they like can be faster, but they really need to put the time in to achieve that. And like, if they can't get that time that they need to do that, then they'll never will. So being able to have an extra 30 minutes available so that they can step away, like at this point right now, if they wanted to step away, they can come back later and still pop in a couple good laps if they wanted to. Crazy good stuff though out of all these guys. It looks like Zebra maybe entering onto a new fast lap right here. We'll see what he can't pop out on this new quick lap here. Popped to 51 on the last one. I don't know if he maybe messed up one of the sections, but Zebra did the 47.3 in practice. 46.3 from APOC. Yeah, what a crazy time, man. That was a really good one right there. To put himself ahead of Shade like that with the 46.6. Crazy good stuff. Also, really good to see Simply Lovely push into the 46s as well. I think that we have quite a few people here on track right now that... Ooh, Zebra running it wide there at T6. That is a really difficult corner. I don't blame him at all. It's not an easy one to get right. It's really easy to lose the backhand. Well, watch Fang actually coming out of that corner right here. It's just to get it the pace right and to make sure that you really stay on it the way you need to. It's like an on the edge scenario. Fang 2/10 down coming out of his infield sector. Oh, some of these guys in the GT3, it looks like they're struggling with that bus stop a lot. I think in the GT1s, we've seen that they were able to really handle that a lot better, and I don't know if it's maybe due to them being in the Peugeot and they're all being a little bit more cautious right now, but we've seen a lot more penalties come through on these guys in the GT3 scenario. How long do they have left till? So technically they have like 20 more minutes. We'll probably go tune back into the other faster guys here in a second to see where they end up. I don't necessarily remember their times. I don't know if it'll save, but Understeer keeps continuing to improve his time. That's going to be good stuff for him and his teammate as they move forward. Crazy good stuff here. The competition in this group is definitely going to be pretty fierce, especially come race day. Being able to see the different teams pick the different drivers for stints and seeing how the whole strategy of all of it's going to play out, I think it's going to be really interesting. We'll watch one more lap out of Zebra here. Looks like he took an out lap. I don't know if he was grabbing fresh tires or something, but we'll watch this next first lap out of Zebra, and then we'll go head on back over and we'll go check out the hypercar lobby for the last of it. Great braking into T1. Looks like you broke conservatively, able to get a good turn in there without cutting the outside too much. Able to get good acceleration coming into T2, T3. This hairpin T3 where you're allowed to use this outside to the left as much as possible. It looks like he did. Tried to use it as much as he possibly could. It's a really scary one because it goes off camber. He's up currently on his fastest time, 0.03 seconds up right now. Coming into T5, this weird parabolic style curve. Let's see if we can't maximize it. Using the curve on the left to its maximum potential, definitely looking pretty good. T6, this is where he had a lot of trouble on that last lap coming out of. It looks like he was able to hook up on it though, get into it, coming out of the infield, 0.18 seconds up. Doing great so far for this lap on for Zebra. See if he can't push out a little bit faster time to get himself back into that 10th place position, beating out We Went Car Racing. Definitely would like to see Zebra pushing into the 47s. I think that he has that ability to do that, the ability to do that. He's 0.3 up right now, coming into the bus stop, braking at the 1. Cruising through, and doesn't look like he hit the grass or anything. I don't know how much time he technically gained in that section though. Seems like he was able to coast through, still 0.2 down, and I think he'll be able to end the lap like this, pushing himself into what could be into 8th place, or even higher technically if he can't get a little extra time out of the end here. Wow, great job Zebra, jumping into 10th place with a 48 flat. It's good stuff. Wow, that was a great T1 though. Maybe we'll just stay tuned in for a second. Let's see how he does out of this next sector. Really improving from lap to lap here. Someone in chat had mentioned it, but they were very right. I think we're going to see it a lot with these. Oh yeah, what a great exit. That's a lot more the exit that you should be doing with a vehicle like this. Oh my gosh, he's right now, he's 0.02 purple, pointing the fastest sector 1 in of the race. Let's see if he can't continue to capitalize this. Wow, an unbelievable, another good sector. That turn was picture perfect. Let's see if he can't continue it on coming out of the infield, hooking up on it. Zebra absolutely killing it. 0.33 up right now on his time. Yo, he needs to just keep it up right now. That was an unbelievably fast 2 sectors. He could drop a lot of time right now and put himself into a good position. He needs to get his bus stop correct. Oh, he broke a little too late. I don't know if he lost any time in that. Oh, that's definitely going to be a penalty. Looking like he was not able to make that corner coming out of the end of it. 0.589 down. That is my number, but sadly, this is not the lap for him. We will be joining the hypercar guys now. Sadly for Zebra, that 48 is where we're going to end up with him leaving this lobby, the 48 flat. Unbelievable stuff from the Group 3 guys. We're going to head back over. We're going to go check out what's going on with the group. Let me get the lobby code in one moment. We're going to go check out what's going on with the hypercar guys as we finish up on the rest of everything for the qualifying happening today. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Big shout out to all of our sponsors, Apex Sim Racing, and shout out to Race Sim. Oh my gosh, totally messed that up, right? Big shout out to Herca Fraudier, and I think that's it. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, we still have some time. I'd like to see, I'll be curious to see at the end where the standings end up. What we'll do is at the end of everything, at the end of this hypercar lobby, I'll get some pictures pulled up of the other lobbies so we can check out and see where the final standings were of both lobbies and get a finalization before we head out of here for the day. So heading back in here, the lobbies are going to be, the times are going to be all a little messed up. But we have to remember how it left off last time. I believe that Cobra was fighting for some guy on the top time, or was it Chip? I think it was Chip that was pushing up. Chip and Cobra were pushing for the #1 time at the, before we left. We'll give it a minute and we'll kind of inspect some of the guys, see where they're at. Some guy looks like he's coming out of a pit on some fresh tires and fuel right now, as well as maybe B. And I don't know if Kraken News may be AFK. I think he said he may have only been able to do the first hour of this qualifying session, so he may just be AFK for now. Cobra, though, putting in the 34.281. Not sure exactly where that lies compared to everything else. I think a lot of these guys we've seen in the 33s before we left. I'm super curious to see where this lobby ends up, though, because this is going to be one of the bigger lobbies on determining, you know, that grid start and who's going to be really beginning this endurance race. Nooney's coming out with some fast laps. It looks like coming back into this lobby, popping the 34.47, able to put something good up there. It looks like Chip and Cobra are popping similar times, so I don't know if that was an extremely fast time out of Nooney, but it could be something really competitive as they continue on. Oh, let's see here. What have we got? What have we got? Pum Pum looks like he's moving a little quick here. I don't know if he's trying to push for a qualifying time right now or whatnot. We'll stay tuned into him for a moment. Did we get a glimpse of where he was at on his time coming out of that sector? I did not. I think things are a little screwed up since I haven't been watching. Yeah, it's not really updating me on their times or anything. We'll have to just stay tuned in for a moment and see if it maybe starts to update a little bit more. Which kind of stinks that we won't be able to see what was the previous time. I kind of wish I would have just split it half and half, but you live and you learn, I guess. Cobra right now holding the fastest time with the 42.281. We did see that Pum Pum was pushing something crazy though. Oh man, they are close, dude. This lobby is a bunch of really fast freaking drivers, dude. A lot of these guys are so extremely close in pace, it's unbelievable. PS5? Did I say PS4? Did I say something else? Raiden, are you okay, buddy? We'll have to tune back in with him. Looks like Chip dropping a new fastest time right now for the lobby currently open. 34.223. I know that they were definitely going faster than this. I'd be curious to see where these times end up for the finalized lobby, because I don't believe that these are the fastest times that these guys were popping before. The 34.08.9, that's fast, but I don't think that is the fastest. No one improved except Nooney by 0.03 seconds. Okay, that's exactly what I assumed. That's exactly what I had assumed was happening. These guys are so close. Look at the delta between them. Like, what are we talking about here? This is crazy pace. What is happening with Chip? Oh, okay. I was so confused. Zachar coming in. 15 fuel right now. I don't know if he's just going to be... Yeah, it looks like he's taking some new tires, maybe? I don't know if he clicked tires or not, but... I guess we're going to find out. Nooney coming in as well as Chip and Spacey. No, nothing there. Zach is taking tires. Nooney's taking tires. Chip? I don't know if Chip took any fuel. Barely any, if any. Both of these guys barely taking any fuel. Spacey taking new tires plus a tiny little bit of fuel. Wow, just enough for like 2 laps. Literally just enough to just finish out the session right now. These guys are not messing around. What? Hey! Is Cobra on something quick right now? No. Cobra's coming in. He's coming in for that final pit as well right now. Looks like Cobra's going to just try to capitalize at the very end of the race. Just a little bit of fuel, some guy doing the same. All these guys right here in this lobby, we may see some of these fastest laps come out right here at the very end. They've been spending all this time really dialing in this vehicle, really nailing down this track. Let's see if they can't throw down on some of their fastest times of the race. Cobra. Wow, how much fuel did he grab? 12. Literally 12. All these guys grabbing less than 15% fuel, coming out for basically just a lap and a half. Here we go, Chip. This is on his official lap, if I'm correct. We'll see coming out of this first sector where he's going to end up as. Oh, it seems like we had a huge mess up. I don't know who's behind him right now on track, but they seem to have spun out. Oh my God, Chip up right now, 0.15. Purple. Oh, what do you... Oh my gosh. That infield sector is not easy, yo. It is not easy for these guys to nail down. Ooh, Cobra. Nailing it. Let's see where he's at on this lap. Oh, he's out lap. Oh, he might be really pushing right now for his time. Basically coming out of the infield, getting a little sideways. Definitely lost a lot of time due to that. Nooney down 0.3 right now. Some guy also was someone to come out on a fresh set, if I'm correct. This is a fresh lap. He's down as well. Raiden taking a break, it seems like he's done. Crack Canoe definitely finished up. Spacey, I think, is thrown in the towel. Cobra purple on the infield. Let's see, I bet you Chip is as well. These guys are consistently purple on the infield. Consistently purple on the infield. I'd like to see coming out of the infield, though. Where do they end up? I have no idea. Chip. Oh, he's up on his time right now. I don't know what Spacey's doing. I think Spacey's done. Chip? Chip? Chip with the 33.8. I don't know if that was faster than what he did before, but that was definitely a lot faster than everything in the lobby currently. Seems like a lot of these guys are starting to struggle, whether they're trying to push themselves in one way or the other. I don't think they're able to really push out the times that they did previously. I don't think we're seeing the improvements that I thought maybe we would see. Dude, Chip is really strong at that infield. That's definitely going to be something to look out for these other teams, man. If they're racing this guy on the infield, you really just need to back off and let him go and follow. Because 0.2 on his own fastest time right now, coming into the bus stop section, coasting through. Looks like he hooked up on it. I don't know if he lost much time. Is he going to do it again? Come on, Chip. Come on, Chip. Oh my God. Right at the end there. Chip pushing himself to the limit. He is really trying right now to improve lap to lap to try to get himself into that higher position. Can't I see? Here, wait. I can't see any chat. I was gonna see when the last, like, improved lap was or whatever. Yeah, he is, dude, he is on an absolutely blisteringly fast pace right now. I don't know how many more minutes they must have left. It could be just a matter of minutes. Coverage is deadly with it into the bus stop. Really going to be someone to be reckoned with when it comes race day. He is just a crazy racer. Picking up the penalty, though, he was not able to complete that penalty free. Chip coming in, maybe one final pit stop here? I think so. I think it might be for him. Spacey down right now in his current time. Cobra starting a brand new lap. Looks like bailing out of T1. See where Pum Pum's coming out of this bus stop at. Pum Pum's like he's like a ninja. Oof, not able to keep it together though. He'll come out of nowhere though with a crazy fast time. He's always been like that. Really surprised we didn't see Zach R and some of these guys show up a little bit higher on the list. They really are some really fast drivers and they have a lot of potential. I think maybe it was having to switch the cars, having to switch the cars to the Peugeot on the basically day before really threw a lot of these drivers for a loop. I think a lot of them, they spent hundreds of laps here at Daytona in their original vehicles, so that then to have to switch it up like this, I think it totally threw him. Zach R right now, 0.3 up on his current time. So, I mean, that could really shake things up in the standings right now that we're currently looking at. I mean, 0.38 up is going to push him basically into the top 5 position currently. Let's see if he can't nail it coming out of the bus stop. I think he was able to keep it in the track limits. He's still up to 0.35 on his time. Let's see if Zach can't improve right now. In a currently 7th place, he might be able to push it into the top 5 here, kicking out Nooney, maybe even kicking out Pum Pum. We'll see as he crosses the line. He's going to nail it for a 34.39 into the top 5, barely hedging out Nooney, who then immediately takes it right behind him. Unbelievable job from Nooney. Wow, we weren't even watching that one happen right under our noses. Zach, I can imagine, is probably pretty furious with that one because, man, Nooney really clutched it up with that and brought out that great time. Currently, which I knew something's not right, but Nooney currently has a faster time than Santos, even though they are the opposites on their team, Pro and Am. Too late for Chip. I think Zach R is first if we consider the times at the start. Yeah, we'll see finalized times at the end of the lobby. It'll be like the lobby screen will show whatever the official timing is. We'll have to go take a look at both lobbies, but we don't actually know the real times. No, that's a live and learn though. In the future, I'll probably split it up. Maybe I would just have like one lobby I cast on the whole time or something like that. I think we've seen Sappy drop out as well. I think that some of the members weren't able to spend the entire hour and a half here, so we're going to start to see their times kind of drop off the leaderboard on the left-hand side. Mouse, what are you doing, dude? Stop. He's trying to sweep over here. Hey. Chill. Oh, final lap here. Looks like this is pretty much the end of the qualifying session. Chip was able to take, for the current lobby that we have open, Chip was able to take the number 1 with Cobra in number 2 with the 33.998. Spacey, I know this definitely isn't the final. There's no way, because there was so many people below 33. We'll have to give it a moment and we'll check out what the final lobby or final standings are here. I think we're waiting on a couple people to finish up, maybe some guy on a final lap right here. I don't know if he's going to get interrupted, maybe. It doesn't look like he's pushing, really. Santos? Oh, Santos on something good. This might be one of the final laps. That's it. 34.5. I can't imagine there's too many people actually still out doing a lap right now. I think it's all formalities. We're just waiting. We're all just waiting. Thanks everybody for tuning in, man. It was a lot of fun. If you guys tuned in here today for this amazing event, our qualifying for the 8-hour endurance that will be streamed live here on youtube.com/Shuck. We're gonna be streaming the full 8-hour endurance Daytona event. Me and my little man Shuck here, my little Shuck, mini Shuck. Maybe he'll join me for a little bit for some commentary at some point. Waiting to see finalize once the qualifying actually ends. Oh, we have 50 seconds. You see it in the corner there? We'll wait the 50 seconds and then we'll be able to see a finalized list and standings of how the hyper qualifying went. And we can hop over and we'll go check out the other lobby as well and go see what kind of times they threw down and see where everyone ended up. Super curious. We can get some pictures pulled up if we don't make it to the other lobby in time. Again, big shout out to all the sponsors and everyone down here. Fanatec, Race Sim, Apex, Herca, everybody. Appreciate all of y'all for sponsoring the racing club and our ventures over there completely. All the way on the other side down there, you'll see our link to the Discord if you're not a part of it already. Let's check it out. Let's check out our results. And it looks like my camera is in the way. Let me turn this off real quickly. It looks like we were ending up with Chip in the #1 with the 33. Wow, no, this is not right. My picture is totally wrong. Yeah, they're gonna have to get some pictures pulled up. Maybe we'll wait a moment and they can get pictures of everything onto the Discord so that we can record it properly on stream. Hold on just a moment, please. I think shortly we'll have these pictures posted. Let me go hop in here.
Jazzy,
Hey.
I sent you that screenshot of the 33.7 last night, and then like half an hour later, I did a 33.3.
Nice.
Hey, y'all, congratulations on your amazing qualifying here. Thanks, everyone, for the clean session. Could anybody post the final numbers for me? Because I left the lobby. I think that I had some improper standings.
I can put.
Yeah, just post them in the Discord if you can. Thank you very much.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'll put it right now.
All right, I'm gonna head off. I'll
Again,
catch you guys in a bit.
Thanks, everyone. Okay, so they'll get those posted. Let's go back over into the other lobby. Maybe if we join up afterwards, it will already show the updated times. We'll go pull this one back up. About to get shucked in the head. Oh, yeah, that's PTSD. He knows. He knows. Okay, so they're finished up as well. Oh. I don't see anything there as well. So maybe they have pictures they're posting. Race results. Okay, yep, here we go. Let's let me save this. Save this. Here we go. Check this out. Boom. We're gonna throw these up here. Oh my gosh, Klaus. Chill. Chill. I hear him throwing. Whoa. Adding all of the freaking standings for everybody to check out. Thank you all for tuning in today. It was a freaking blast and a half. I hope you all tune back in for our final actual endurance next Saturday again. I'm waiting on the other time slot. they're obviously not going anymore because the lobby got closed, right? So, well, this is what we got so far. Was hoping to see the others, but I'm not gonna wait around all day for them. If you guys want to go check out the qualifying standings, go join our Discord. Links in the description below, or you can just join yourself. The racing club. Just type that in. Cheers. Till next time, guys. Thanks again for tuning in.